Oh, okay.
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 Interesting.
Okay.
That's a little bit
Okay. Craigsworth.
Craig's.
Craig.
That's a bar.
No, this is not bars.
It's
Craig
not. Do not
needs to
write that.
be reprimanded for
Needs
what
to be
he's
put.
done. Yes. What even is he? He's like some kind of bear like thing.
Craig?
Yeah, Craig. He's like a little bear guy.
Does he have like a? Oh,
Yeah, he has
it's
icon.
a thing.
It's a thing.
That's like a. That's a fucking
It might
Muppet.
just it might just be the thing directed by John Carpenter. It's October. It's spooky. Oh, actually no, it's not.
No,
It's
I'm
not
more of
October.
the remake.
It's not October.
I don't know
That
who directed the
that is
remake.
a remake, but regardless, welcome back to the Misfortune podcast. The
Okay,
Misfortune podcast brought to you by the Call Me Carson Discord server.
dude, it's fine now. He's cool.
Yeah, that's what I said last time, but you were like, "Oh, I don't know."
I don't know, Julius.
A little too edgy, but hold on a second. Just a moment.
Holding.
All right, we're good. We're good. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Julius, and the other voice is Caden, but you should already know that. And if you don't, you need to learn the canon. Okay, you need to get in. You need to get with the times. Okay.
Might I add also, this episode is not only brought to you by the Call Me Carson Discord server. It is also brought to you by a couple big names.
Oh yes.
Apple and the state of Oklahoma. Because we are being sponsored by both, as Julius is both on the AirPods and in Oklahoma.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we've
who's
acquired the state of Oklahoma as a sponsor.
Who's the senator of Oklahoma? Like who? I don't know. Sponsored by weed, which is legal here.
Is it actually Oklahoma?
Yeah, they got smoke shops down the street. I could go right now.
Governor Kevin Stitt.
Yost. Never mind.
Nope.
No.
I knew it. Of the Republican Party. Why is weed legal?
I don't know. And there's like when I was driving in, there's like windmills. I was like, okay.
Windmills and weed? Oh, that's an album title.
Oh,
that's
dude.
Right Windmills
no, but no. But can you imagine like the windmills are they like marijuana like leaves? Oh, dude.
What the fuck are you saying right now, bro?
No, because marijuana. Whatever. Okay. So yes, this is the very first Misfortune podcast recorded out of state. Out of state.
Not the last.
Which state it is, you'll never know. I suppose.
I cannot wait until the Vermont episode.
The Vermont. Yeah, we're gonna record an episode in every single state, so
that could be big.
That could be based and big. But you know, regardless of any of that, we're here to do what we do every fucking month, and that's talk about anime. On AirPods.
Julius.
My life is a living hell. So
hey,
it's as you can tell, I did the intro, so it's my turn to pick the show, and this month I picked Vinland. Oh my god, hold on. Just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Just a brief moment.
Just a moment. Give him a second. He's doing something. Insert that clip of Tyrese Gibson in the first Transformers movie where he's like, he doing something. I think that's what he said. Yeah.
He doing something.
He doing something.
He doing something. Wait, when did he say that?
At some point in the movie, when someone was transforming.
Can somebody make that image? It's like a super serious like shot of like Tyrese Gibson, and it's like he doing something. Tyrese Gibson, Transformers 2007.
Dude, I don't know why, but I always exclusively remember the year that the first Transformers movie was made.
Oh, I know all the years, dude. Come on, I'm a pro. I'm a connoisseur.
2014. No, 2012, 2014. No, it is 2013. Wait.
Dark of the Moon is 20. Dark of the Moon's
2011.
11.
And then
Age of Extinction is 2014.
And then 2017.
Last Night is
2018's Bumblebee.
Okay, I thought that was 2017. But okay, Jesus Christ, we're talking about Vinland Saga, which I chose this month. It is a show about Vikings. You may have heard of it. It is the greatest show of all time, in many people's opinion. Apparently, this show gets a lot of hype. Is what I'm trying to say.
Is it actually? Do people say it?
A lot of people, I say, or actually, you know what? I may be talking more about manga readers. The manga. If you haven't read the manga, you haven't lived. But no, it's a very hyped up show in certain circles, or at least whatever circle I was in. And so, but that's not the reason I chose it, though. The reason I chose it was not only because, it was a general interest, but also the opening, Mukandyo, which is one of my favorite openings, period.
Of all time?
OAT.
Might I add to that, I used to despise that opening. It's probably going to be in the best of
the top 4?
It's probably going to be in the top 4.
Oh, shit.
Might I? We'll see. We'll see.
I have yet to...
I've yet to assemble, but...
Give it time. Mature. Mature a little bit.
When you grow up a little bit. When you age and mature a little bit.
But no, the song was raw. The visuals were cinematic. Cinematic, really cinematic. And I don't know, it just looked interesting. It looked like a story about a boy who becomes a man. Alpha to Sigma is what I'm trying to say right now.
Has an absolute alpha to Sigma vibe.
What were your expectations going into this little show?
So looking at it from an outside perspective without having heard anything, I thought it was one of those shows where it was like people thought it was underground, like it was the Tame Impala kind of anime, right?
Yo, have you heard of this underground show called Vinland Saga?
Underground show.
It's very not well known.
Mainstream, it hasn't really surfaced yet. Not a whole lot of people know about it, but it was like also very popular, and then it was like Hunter x Hunter, but before anime became popular, and for that reason, I didn't like it. Yeah. For that reason, it was bad. But also,
that's how I came to my conclusion.
And that is how I came to my conclusion based off other people's opinions.
But not even based off other people's opinions that it was good or that it was bad, but rather opinions that it was good.
Yeah, right. Exactly. If look, here's how I always say it. If the masses think it's good, it's bad.
This is a society take.
This is absolutely.
This is a society take.
It's a base.
No, but I kind of get what you're saying though. Like it's like they're almost like not deluded, but they're not spatially spatially aware enough to see that a lot of people like the show that they like. They just want to feel special because not a lot of people like it, so I'm special for liking it first. So it is kind of a weird thing. I get that,
but no, I mean, I really didn't know anything about it other than Vikings, and really, there's not a whole lot more to it than that, honestly. But well, no, there is, but that's a pretty good general idea. Is Viking do Viking thing?
Viking be Viking. Go do Viking thing.
Vikings will do Vikings. The best way I can describe it as, what's the picture of, the meme where it's like it'll be a soy jack and then and then it'll be the guy with the beard, and he'll look very hard. And you know the one.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Jamie, pull that up, and it's like to represent man. What's
Yeah,
the fuck word? There's a name for every meme, but
there is. You just have to find it.
yeah, it's that.
It's that.
It's what I'm trying to say.
It's Sigma. It's
Yeah,
Sigma as fuck. If you like the show, you are a Sigma male.
Right. And
period.
So yeah, I mean, I wasn't really too sure of it going into it, and also I really did not like the opening,
but
which is similar.
Kaden also had an Alpha to Sigma journey.
It was similar to my feelings on the second Jujutsu Kaisen opening, which I found very annoying at first, and also the first one. Yeah, we use the same voice for this one. But no, I mean, and I honestly, that was invalid. That was not based.
Invalid and not based.
Invalid and not
invalid and based.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't really know a whole lot about it though going into it, and so I was just like, you know what, fuck it, let's see what's going on here.
And so we dived into it. Are we gonna do the thing when we do the thing, or we go through it, or are we gonna?
I feel like this is less of a going through show, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. Because I guess let's talk about what we like. Let's talk about what we like.
Okay. Don't remember, but like, yeah.
But it was also, I don't know, the space between this episode and last episode, it's felt much larger. So, it's just,
yeah.
It feels like it's been a while since I've watched Vinland Saga, if I'm being honest. That's when my computer started being a little shit. So, like literally when I was done watching the series, my computer started fucking up. Yeah. So it was like the end of Vinland Saga, end of my computer. Yeah.
One thing I did want to say about it is that I found very interesting. So they approach the order of events very interestingly because there's like no time skip other than the main time skip. Like after comes older boy.
Yeah.
It's like it literally the entirety, every episode takes place immediately after the episode prior. And I found that very
okay, that's interesting, yeah.
Yeah, because it like if you think about it, literally everything in the show happened in the span of probably like less than a week.
But then like the entire show itself took over the place of years.
Like 5 years.
Technically. But like really it just took place in that small amount of time. You're right. I didn't think about that.
And the part at the beginning really gave me the Attack on Titan kind of
absolutely
vibe, where it was like what's they were a little kid and then you grow up and now they're like hard as fuck and like they just want revenge. I don't know, I just found that pretty interesting.
That was interesting. The whole prologue bit, I think the end of the prologue, or not the end. Okay, so I'll just say it. My favorite part of the show is whenever Thor's fights Askeladd. That's my favorite episode of the show because first of all, dope fight, like really cool, and it's like very bare bones with it. It's not. It's just like a there, but there is like a level of strategy to it, which I found really cool.
Right.
But also just like Thor's as a character is like he's like almost the ideal man in a way. Like he's the fucking strongest, but he's also like he knows how to choose his fights. He's like, isn't he canonically like the strongest dude in the show? Like, I don't know if we've encountered anyone who is stronger than him.
Yeah, even Thorkel said that he was stronger, and also we saw Thorkel get like one-shotted by him.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
God. Oh, okay. That was my favorite part, honestly. What was your favorite part of the show?
So it's funny because your favorite part was towards the beginning. My favorite part is the end.
Towards the
essentially.
end. Yeah.
I love the part when Askeladd just goes off. Because you see it coming for a while, Well, there are a couple of parts actually that I like. The part when Askeladd goes off, which you've seen it coming for a while because the king keeps. What's the king's name? Something.
King Swain.
King Swain. Which, okay, fun fact really quick about, not fun fact, but something, well, fun fact too, but all the characters, like, are real in Norse mythology, and some of them were, like, real people, like, in real life.
Yeah, I was looking up Thorfinn, and yeah, that was like a real guy. I didn't read too much more into it because I didn't know if any of it was kind of based off of real events that happened, so I didn't want to get spoiled.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, apparently these are like based on real dudes.
Yeah, no, Thorfinn was a real, like, Icelandic or something adventurer. I don't know what they'd describe that as.
Voyager. I don't know.
Voyager, Canute and Swain were like real kings.
Okay.
Which, I mean, all that, I just found that super interesting.
That is
But
interesting.
so, you've seen it coming when Swain would, he would say that Askeladd is the son of a slave or something.
Yeah.
And then he'd get kind of pissed off.
It's just, that little level of anger.
Yeah.
That he has to kind of veil to play the politics game.
And that last sequence when he just goes off, like, oh, it was like having an orgasm. I'd been waiting for it.
It kind of reminded me of the scene in Great Pretender.
Great Pretender?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they're going off in the tower.
Yeah, exactly like that.
That part was. Oh, so sorry. Go ahead if you had more to say.
No, I was just gonna say. So yeah, that was one of my favorite parts, and then I had another one, but you can go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
Okay. I like that part too. I guess I have nothing bad to say about it, but it just, I don't know. It wasn't exactly my favorite part, but it definitely had a lot of good build up behind it, and that also, we were just talking about how he was able to hide his anger. Kind of, that is a good difference between Askeladd and Thorfinn. Is like Thorfinn is very upfront about his rage, and like his whole entire life is literally motivated by rage. So that was kind of an interesting contrast between the two, but that's kind of what the show is all about. It's like displaying the difference between Thorfinn and his immaturity and Askeladd and his maturity.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. So yeah, that was one of the parts that I really liked. But then also another part that I was able to really appreciate was Canute. So Canute is actually my favorite character in the show. And I'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
But so much so he's on the favorites list.
Oh, he's on the Caden's fabled favorites list.
Yes, which is,
if you get on there, it's the VIP list.
Which has gone through some drastic changes in recent time. We've seen some good characters.
Come and go.
Yeah. But
some friends.
Yeah, some friends. Some allies.
Yeah.
But I really like his speech that he gives to all the troops when quickest Sigma or Alpha or Omega to Sigma transformation I think I've ever seen in a show. This dude goes from pussy who's afraid to talk in front of people to absolute Chad who quite literally changes his voice in a matter of hours and then suddenly commands like an entire army.
Here's my question. Do you think that was something that he actually changed into, or do you think that it was a side of him that he was like hiding, kind of?
I think so. They have a line that was like, that boy really matured quickly, and then some other character was like, no, it wasn't like his choice, he was just forced to. And I think it was kind of environment that like he literally, man, I'm just saying some big words here. He literally like he just because of all this stuff, I doubt he'd ever been in an environment like that where he was literally on the front lines of the battlefield. And it obviously, we find out it wasn't an effort for his father to use war as a scapegoat for killing him. But he was on the front lines of the battlefield, and then I think it was kind of portrayed as if he wouldn't have changed, he would have died. Like if he didn't get control of the situation somehow.
Yeah, so, it was out of necessity more so than anything else.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's another difference between Canute and Thorfinn is like Canute has to use violence whenever it's necessary. Like Thorfinn's revenge on Askeladd is like absolutely unnecessary in like every way because Thorfinn could have easily moved on and done other things he aspired to do, like become a great warrior or whatever that means, or like go adventuring with old mustache dude. I forgot his name. Like he wanted to when he was a kid, or find Vinland, which is something he kind of aspired to do when he was a kid. So that's another interesting contrast, I guess I found between the two. But I really like Canute as well. That was definitely a unique angle because I thought, Canute was a character where it's like, yeah, you take this turn from absolute pussy into absolute sigma. Okay, that's kind of easy to see because if he just stayed an absolute pussy, that would be like just played very straight, and I don't know, that didn't seem right. But also his evolution had to be like really natural, and somehow they found a way to pull it off. And that was probably definitely motivated by the death of his servant. What's his name? Or not servant, but like.
Whose servant are you talking about?
I'm talking about Canute's. The guy who Askeladd killed.
God, I forgot what that guy's name is, but I know.
Yeah, that guy who's a G. Rest in peace.
I hated him. Yeah, but no, I mean finish what you're saying.
No, but I was just saying that he was definitely Canute exploring the nature of his death and what it really meant was really interesting because. Oh, actually, no, never mind. I was going to say, but I don't think Canute knew that Askeladd killed him, right?
He didn't know up until Askeladd straight up told him, and that's when he was like, "So you're going to become my servant now."
Okay. Yeah.
I remember Askeladd like straight up just told him. He was like, "Canute, I killed him."
So Canute, again, that's another contrast between Canute and Thorfinn, is like, instead of staying bitter at Askeladd for the death for the death of his servant, he instead used it as an opportunity to progress forward in his goals, basically. And so that was, I guess, another thing. But
yeah,
what was the other part you were talking about that you really like enjoyed?
That was it.
Or that was your favorite? You already said. Oh
like
yeah, you're right. Yeah. You already said that.
He made that big speech to the troops, and he was like, "Follow me, or you're gonna die."
Okay, so elephant in the room. What did you think of Thorfinn as a protagonist?
So, okay, one big thing that I have with this show is I feel like Thorfinn like wasn't the protagonist of at least part of it. Because obviously the story always follows around where he is, but like a lot of the time it felt like he was off doing other stuff and was focusing, or not necessarily off doing other stuff, but he was on the sidelines and was focusing more on like other characters. Particularly Askeladd. I think it could be argued that Askeladd is almost the main character of the season. Not the main character, but definitely the biggest at some point. And I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Like I really like Askeladd. But I don't know. I don't have anything against Thorfinn, but at the same time, I feel like we haven't explored him a ton. He feels like he sort of just has one thing in mind, and that's revenge, and that's the only thing that he has at the moment. And I'm sure that's going to change, and you can almost kind of tell that it's going to change, just because Askeladd's literally gone. And I've read a little bit about, not to spoil anything, a little bit about that. I haven't gotten any spoilers, but well, I was spoiled that Askeladd dies, but that's about it.
Right. I thought that was kind of thought that was going to happen anyways, but
I figured towards the end
he was definitely a dead guy.
Yeah. But I read a little bit, not to spoil anything, but apparently Thorfinn is still almost kind of haunted by Askeladd after he dies. And he starts like hallucinating about him.
Oh
And,
shit.
like seeing him in dreams.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, but apparently that his death is builded upon, and it definitely helps Thorfinn to evolve as a character. But
do you want to know the hard thing? Oh, sorry. Finish what you were saying.
no, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. The hard thing about this, about judging this season, is look at the name of the last episode. End of the prologue.
I saw that. I was like, wait, you're kidding.
Prologue, like, and that's that was impressive. When I found that out, I was like, oh shit, there's a lot to this story, huh? Because it's 24 episodes packed. It's a packed 24 episodes, and it's a prologue to a larger story. So that made me kind of excited. I love that final scene where it's like showing all these random people and presumably Thorfinn hiking through the mountains. It made me excited to see the next season. But that is the hard thing about judging this season, is that this is all presumably like setting up the pieces of Thorfinn's character arc, arguably.
Like, right. This was the setup.
All of it was the setup. So I was kind of okay with him just sort of being one track minded at this point and not exactly being the main focus. But I still understand that might be like off-putting, that he's supposed to be the protagonist, but he's kind of taking a sideline to Askeladd and arguably even Canute at a certain point. Like Canute almost kind of takes over.
He does a little bit, yeah. A couple things to add about that actually that I noticed. So the manga for this show has been going since 2003.
Yep.
Like the manga is
almost One Piece length. Like, yeah.
So I find that very interesting, and I guess I
should
have known that it would be like kind of longer, but at the same time, this doesn't feel like a show that's going to have a million seasons.
Yeah.
This feels like a maybe like 3 max. 4,
maybe
3
maybe
or 4
they'll
max.
Maybe they'll pull a Horimiya
And just cut out like 8 years of manga or something. Yeah.
Yeah, just Horimiya / Promise Neverland.
Right.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Never coming back from that one. But no. So I found that very interesting. And then also, so you're talking about the end's little part,
little end scene, yeah.
Yeah. So I found, or I've reasoned, the guy on that ship is none other than the infamous brother of Canute that we heard so much about. That was supposed to
you know what? You're right. You're totally right. Yeah. Okay, I didn't even think about that.
Because they were talking about how he was setting sail and he is supposed to come back. And so I figured, oh, so that's probably him.
Right. Okay, that makes total sense, actually.
Yeah. So I think that we're going to get to see him come back and presumably take over as the main villain.
Yeah, probably. So okay, and Thorfinn, I assume that's Thorfinn on the mountain, right? With old guy?
I'm not sure.
Guess?
I'm not sure what shot you're talking about.
Oh, okay. But there's like a shot of like a blonde dude walking up a mountain with another older dude. So I assume that was Thorfinn and the other guy. But
okay,
that'll be interesting because like if Thorfinn's away from like the whole conflict in the kingdom, how is that gonna work as a story? I wonder. Are we gonna have like Canute as one protagonist of one like plot line and Thorfinn on the other? Or are they gonna converge? I don't know. There's a lot of speculation you could do about this story.
There's a lot of moving parts. Yeah.
Yeah, there are. Now that I'm thinking about that final scene or the Askeladd scene, though, it is actually kind of amazing because like Swain is such a piece of shit, and seeing him decapitated feels really good.
It does. It's sweet relief.
Yeah, and the thing about the show is like it's still like like the stakes can be a little scary sometimes. Like when they're in that throne room seeing King Swain, like, and they had the guys with the arrows on them, I was like, someone may not come alive out of this situation. Yeah. So I definitely think that's a good aspect of the show. But okay, and here's another thing about this show. If we're talking about death and violence, I read a review on Mal, and it was someone who did not particularly like the show. And they said they didn't like it because of how unrealistic the action was. What do you think about the kind of exaggerated action in this show?
Okay. I would say I don't agree with that, and then I kind of think about Thorkel. Okay. Look, it got a little bit excessive sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's all in good fun.
It is, yeah.
And also, like, there were probably dudes like that.
Oh, come on. People like Thor's absolutely, you know, tanking hits left and right, you know, flying across landscapes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
So it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, that was just kind of a thing I read. Oh, speaking of Thorkel, what do you think of Thorkel?
Thorkel?
Yeah.
Did he carry? No, he didn't carry.
Oh, that's an interesting question. He was definitely one of the most entertaining characters.
I know you liked him a lot.
Yeah. Well, I have bias because he's also voiced by Patrick Seitz in the dub. We watched the dub, and he's one of my favorite voice actors. So
might I add, I find some stuff interesting about the dub. So
yeah, dub. Let's talk about the dub. What'd you say?
There are 2 dubs for this show.
Yeah.
And I think one of them is like a Netflix dub or something. Or no, it's not a Netflix dub. It's a dub for like something. And it only came out like a week before we started the show.
Yeah. I don't know why that's a thing. I haven't looked into that.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if it was acquired by another company or what, but yeah, so that's a thing. Not sure why, but
yeah. What did you think of the dub though?
I thought the dub was excellent. I thought
I agree. One of the better dubs in recent years.
A lot of people complain and make fun of English dubs for the yelling.
Right.
And there is quite a bit of yelling in this, but it's like I don't think it's the kind of yelling that they're thinking about where it's just complete emotionless, like just screaming. There's a lot of emotion in the yelling in this show.
Absolutely.
Particularly why can't I think of the main character's name? Thorfinn?
Thorfinn.
Yeah, particularly Thorfinn, like
yeah.
I don't know who his voice actor is. Like I don't think I've ever heard him in anything.
But he did a really good job.
That dude like screams.
Yeah, and even him as his child voice actor was like going in that scene where he's on the boat and it's like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
so
like,
good.
They're going hard as fuck in this.
They are.
We've seen some of the other voice actors before. Obviously, we have Patrick Seitz.
Yes.
As Thorkel, who was
great
as always. This dude named Greg something. I forgot his last name, but he's the one who voices Thor's, and he voices Kaji in the Netflix.
Oh, okay. Dub. Yeah.
And he's voiced a few other guys that I like.
Right.
And then Askeladd, his voice actor always voices
Thornton?
like, yeah, he always voices like side characters.
Yeah. Okay. What did you think of Askeladd?
He voiced like Ogi and Code and shit like that. Like, yeah, a bunch of like really side characters. You mean what I think of what do I think?
Yeah. What do you think of Askeladd's dub voice?
It's one of those perfect castings.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm glad you agree with that, because I remember when we were first watching it and we heard his voice and we were kind of like,
oh yeah.
But I think I definitely had a case of just like seeing him and then matching him to the voice. It was like, I don't know about that. But then it turned to be more, excuse me for using this term, more than meets the eye.
Excuse me?
It was more than meets the eye because it really did fit his personality really well. And he did do like an excellent job with those monologues and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I did love this dub. It was a really good dub.
No, it was excellent. Yeah, I think the dub was very good. I think what other characters are there? Canute was awesome. His like again, I don't like
Yeah.
really know anything that his voice actor has done. Um, but yeah, it also what I found was like his voice when he's what I will now dub when he's in Omega
Omega
is
mode.
is like very a stark contrast from when he's a Sigma.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I found that very interesting. Like his voice immediately gets deep, but at the same time, when he's a Sigma, you can still tell it's the same person.
No, yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's
like
true.
he
They
has
just
those
completely
kind of
transformed.
every once in a while he has like the tenets of a higher voice, if you will.
Right.
But you can still tell like it's definitely deeper, but it's the same voice, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Um,
This stuff was
so
really really good.
yeah, it was
Man, we
excellent.
got an episode with some great dubs, don't we? Well,
Oh,
actually, and some not great dubs, but I'll talk about that.
uh-oh. What else
I
have
will
you
discuss
watched?
that.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, anything more? So, I guess another thing about this show, is that it's incredibly fucking depressing.
It is. It's really sad.
One of the episodes that demonstrated that the most was the
Yeah.
one with the girl in the ring
Christian
and the
family.
village in the snow. Jesus
That was
Christ.
sad. That was
That
like
was just
depressing.
next level. Yeah. And
Um,
it was kind of a nice detour to like show how actually like fucking brutal like these Vikings can get. Like
yeah, no,
there's
like
also a lot of racism in the show. It's a very
so
historical
yeah,
show.
one thing that I found interesting was they had racism and I'm gonna tie this back to a real world event. Um
Mhm.
in my English class we're reading
Uh-oh.
Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice. Which I absolutely hate, but there
Yeah,
is one of the
some
main themes.
old white dick wrote a fucking play and now we have
Yeah,
to read it. Come
exactly.
on.
But one of the main themes is the racism that is portrayed, or not necessarily the racism, but the racism. There's a lot of racism in the book between the main character who is Jewish and the rest who are Christians. And
Mm.
also there is a character, the Prince of Morocco is in the
Ah.
book, who I will leave that up to the imagination as to what they refer to him as. It's not the N word, but it's just about as bad. Um,
Yeah. Same
yeah.
level.
So it reminded me of that. But yeah, no, there is
Alright.
there is some racism.
Interesting perspective. Yeah. And me and Kaden were laughing because it's just like, yeah, like they become racist because like they're doing all this shit to each other, and it's just like it's a cycle of violence that like perpetuates itself. But then also we were just laughing like, look at all these white people like being racist against these slightly darker or like whiter
Right.
shades of white. It's
Like they're literally all white.
yeah, it's it's ridiculous, but you know,
Yeah.
racism sucks.
What are you gonna do? It was like what was it, like
I
the 1200s?
yeah, somewhere around there.
Something or
Okay,
other.
I'd like to discuss the openings and endings now. I've already said Mukanjo is one of my favorites. Period. Kid made an observation about the opening. It's like it's a lot of moving, like a lot of
It's
dynamic moving camera shots.
it's just pans. Like the entire thing is just pans.
Pans the
It'll pan
opening
up, pan left, pan right, pan up, pan down.
to
Like
reference
that's the
to
entire
reference speed
opening.
to reference speed. It's pans. It's just pans.
Yeah.
Great movie,
It's just it's just panning the entire
but it
time.
is a great opening. You must admit.
It is. It's a banger.
Admit it.
And then
So the second
one,
opening, Dark Crow.
I
Let's
hate
just
the way
say
it
I
starts.
hated this.
Really?
I hated this opening. Like it
Wait,
opened
hate
with
it.
that text, and I was just like, and the bagpipes, and I was just like, this is gonna be interesting. But It is now on my Spotify playlist. So
yes, dude, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
See what that tells you.
So
it's a banger.
It also
Man with a Mission completed their mission.
No, they did not. They're still a shell. They're still a shell.
No, they couldn't. They couldn't be a shell.
No, they are a shell.
They couldn't.
I couldn't be a shell. We're gonna add that. I'm gonna make that edit finally.
Yes.
I'm finally gonna do it, dude. We've been talking about this for months. Speaking of My Hero,
I'm still bitter over that opening.
Speaking of My Hero, the last episode of the 5th season came out weeks ago, and I've still not watched it.
You haven't watched it?
No, like I haven't finished it.
Oh my god!
And I have not gotten around.
Just watch it. Are you trying to watch it with me?
Yeah, I was waiting to watch it with you.
Oh,
but I haven't been able to see you.
I haven't seen the final episode either, so.
Oh, maybe we'll do a live watch after we record the podcast.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Dark Crow. No.
I noted. No, yeah, I did notice that season 5 has been on your watching for like ever.
No, it literally has.
What are you doing?
I looked on my anime list the other day, and I saw 3 shows being watched at once, and I was
disgusting.
Oh. If you can even call Star Wars Visions being watched.
You could you call that dropped or on hold?
I mean, I didn't drop it. It's just like I watch one episode a week.
Yeah, so I guess you are watching it, but just at an incredibly slow pace.
Yeah, the last time I watched an episode was when I was on the bus to go to Houston for a band thing, and it was like 5 a.m.
Oh my god!
I was like, well,
that is a ripe time to watch Star Wars Visions. Throw it on
for a 15-minute episode of Star Wars Visions.
That is nice that they're 15 minutes though. That was a pleasant surprise. I was like, nice, let's go.
I just put my phone away and I just sat on the bus for the next 2 hours in silence.
The remainder. You could have binged the rest of Star Wars Visions.
Could have, but I just sat there and looked out the window. But no, Dark Crow's
banger.
We're talking about this.
Instrumental in particular goes home.
Yeah, so I hate the way it starts. Like, I think it can be established that it is not good. The bagpipes.
When the guitars come in though.
Also, I hate the fact that the bagpipe solo is even longer in the actual full version of the song.
Oh, I haven't listened to the full version because,
it's 21 seconds in the full.
I was about to say it's 21 minutes long.
Oh no!
It's like, what prog rock shit is this?
And then the 3-minute normal song. No, it's 21 full seconds of.
Oh god! Did you count? Did you count the length of the bagpipe solo?
No, I remember because it starts and then I skip to 21 seconds into the song so I can see bagpipe solo.
I thought you were saying there was a bagpipe solo in the middle of the song, like someone was just going crazy on the bagpipes.
No. Imagine the bagpipe bridge. The bridge is a bagpipe.
Dude, the bagpipe
solo.
Bridge.
Yeah. No.
Don't underestimate it.
That's
the greatest.
But the rest of the song.
I like Man with a Mission. I like the Man with a Mission's voice on here a little more.
Yeah. What's the voice?
I like his flow.
Better go down.
Yeah. So.
He sounds like he could be like Italian. He has like a deeper Italian voice. Which, on a side note, speaking of Italian,
no. Hold on. No.
We'll save it.
Hold on a second. I know. It's so funny. I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, you knew immediately.
It was massive. It was like arguably bigger than the other Nintendo news that dropped recently. Like,
no, it blew up on Twitter. Like,
it blew up
talking about that
the event
and the character.
The event. We live in a post-casting world. Dude, I'll say that much. Post-casting world.
I was waiting for it, and like so I was watching the thing live, and when they Chris Pratt, I was waiting for them to get around to Bowser, and I was like, if there is an actor who is anything other than white, and they're cast as Bowser, it is over.
Uh-oh. No, don't worry, dude, because I got the one guy as Toad.
No, if they get... wait! Actually... wait,
dude.
Who is it? I have to look this up now. No, who is it?
Keegan-Michael. Okay, no, we're gonna talk about this later. Let's put this. Let's keep talking about Vinland Saga.
Hold on. I totally thought it was gonna be like Kevin Hart as Bowser, and it would have been perfect. Like Nintendo would have been
all the white people are humans, and the only black person is a different race, like a monster lizard.
Yeah, exactly. But no, Dark Crow is fine. That's what I'm trying.
Yeah, let's continue.
Yeah.
Oh my god, hold on. I'm gonna grab a water real quick.
Yeah, you dude. I'm gonna grab a sip of my water. Grab a handful of Deets nuts. Some really good water. I love water. Whoa. Sussy baka. Bussy Saka.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, let's.
Vinland
Saga. I honestly don't have anything else to talk about. Vinland Saga. This will not be a hour 30-minute discussion. That's honestly all I have to say on it.
It was a.
I guess we'll just do. We'll do our.
Let me clarify
our general thoughts and ratings.
Yeah.
You go.
Okay.
You
go. I give the show a 9 out of 10. Which, bear in mind, my average is a 7, but like this was a strong 9 out of 10.
Strong.
Like the show was, dare I say, cock dick balling.
Oh shit. CDB.
Yes.
Not CBD.
Not CBD.
CBD's nuts.
CBD. Yeah, the show was good. I really liked it.
Cockbaldies nuts.
Cockbaldies nuts. No, the show.
Oh god.
It was a good fucking show. I don't know what else I have to say.
It was a good.
What does a boy gotta do around these parts?
I give it an 8 because I didn't really shit on this show this episode because there's not a lot to shit on this episode. There's not a lot to shit on about the show. But rather, I thought the prologue was great. It was, I guess the prologue to the prologue was great. Like
the beginning.
It was a really good setup to everything that came after it. But I feel like the show kind of almost dropped the ball in terms of quality afterwards. Not quality, but just like stuff that grabbed me. It didn't completely and totally grab me like those first 5 episodes did.
I would agree with that. I think, well,
I guess I was expecting more, which is my fault, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a lot of anticlimaxes, which makes sense in service of the narrative, but like, I don't know.
I feel like they definitely favored realism to entertainment.
No, that's exactly it actually, because like this is honestly how like history goes. Like people like lose battles, like call off fights in order to like form alliances and stuff. It's like a lot more of this pedantic stuff than just like a build up to a big like this, but it still has that. But I don't know, it just wasn't satisfying. I don't know.
That's fair.
Good show though.
My opinion,
I enjoyed it.
I just didn't mind that. I liked that a lot. But no, I mean,
fair enough.
And that's been.
And it reminded me of Game of Thrones. So.
Yeah.
Rip that show.
Yeah. That show fucking apparently is bad. Bad ending or something.
Vinland Saga. Oh my god, we talked. Okay, I'm actually kind of glad we didn't talk about a show for 2.5 hours long. That was kind of relieving, actually. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm kind of glad.
After the Ava banger, just.
Yeah, I don't think I have it in me to do that.
We're gonna listen, folks. We're not slumming it, but let's just say we're keeping it on the DL for now. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it on the DL.
Yeah.
DL.
DLD's nuts. That's a bar.
Yeah, let's move on to In Betweenies. Yeah.
Okay. We need an intro for these. Like this segment.
Can we put the new rock rap song as the intro for it?
Dude, it's so bad.
Dude, you heard it? Okay, I was wondering if you heard it.
No, I wanted to send it to you because I saw it on Twitter.
It's a banger.
No,
we're gonna take our face off.
No, like, and it's so funny
because it's a dad song, and that perfectly encapsulates it. It is a dad song.
The other people's verses like are kind of hard, and then he comes on, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
We stay hungry, we devour. He has like a Sigma male verse. He's like, put in the work, put into hours. Hey, wait, okay. So you're gonna tell me
my motherfucking name?
Okay, you're gonna tell me that part wasn't hard though. He's like, what's my motherfucking name? Rock.
That was the only hard bar in that. The rest,
yeah, afterwards it kind of went down.
The rest is typical like actor inspirational Omega.
Yeah, I loved him. I loved it at the end of the end of his verse. Like, grab a canteen of water. One take. Thank you, brother Tech 9.
I love the beginning. Dude, I always compare the beginning. So, have you seen the music video?
Yeah, I have.
Where he's on the call. I always compare that to the beginning of Danza Kuduro. Because they're on the call, and it's the most like badly acted call, and it's just The Rock just being the way he's like, "Hey, what's up, my brother?" Like, like if I can sum The Rock up with one phrase, it'd be, "Hey, what's up, my brother?" Like that's literally how we talk. But like not
hey, that's
like
okay. That song is a bit. It is kind of hilarious how like you have all these like verses where it's like and
right.
Rock is like it's like he has to like slow it down because he's not a rapper, so it's like kind of funny. He did it in one take though.
I guess
all in one take.
Doubtful. Brother. No, he did not do
okay,
that.
I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah. The in-between.
So in-betweenies. Let us commence forth. What do we want to start with?
What did I even watch? I know one of them, the one that we both apparently watched, but
yeah, that one.
Let's look at the history.
And I'm talking about Star Wars Visions.
Oh, okay.
Let's start with that because we did not finish this show. Okay, but you know what? We don't have to because they're all basically like singular short films. So we watched some short films basically. We didn't watch a series, okay?
It was it's like an anthology. It is an
So
anthology.
you watched the first 4, I only watched the first 3, but
yeah.
What are we thinking here?
Let's be honest, everyone came for Trigger.
Yeah, we did. We did all come for Trigger.
That's the only reason why people watched it, because
we came for Hiroyuki.
Because they just really just ripped off the design for Leophodia.
Hey, it's not a ripoff if it's by the same person.
And then gave him a white bread voice actor.
We need to talk once we get to that. But okay, let's start with
wait, I completely forgot. All right,
we will get to the twins. We will get to the twins very soon. But let's start with the very first one. The very first one, The Duel. What did you think about that one? I thought it was okay
so far.
What?
I think that's probably my favorite one so far.
That was, actually, no, that is the best one I've seen so far.
Fun fact,
because like the style was cool and interesting. I like the Western kind of story it was telling.
Yeah, fun fact about that episode: the main character is voiced by Brian T, who plays the villain of Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, DK, right?
Played like Shredder in the
DK. Yeah. Shredder and DK, the two most iconic villains of
and he's in
our day and age.
Surgeon show where he's like a surgeon or something.
A surgeon show where he's a surgeon.
Surgeon show where it's like Grey's Anatomy but like surgery. Even though that's what Grey's Anatomy is.
Not surgery.
Without like the insert songs. Without like constant music, like
I don't want the world to see me.
No, literally, like they played
do it all.
They definitely played. Yeah, they played Chasing Cars. They played How to Save a Life. They definitely played One Headlight at some point.
The Wallflowers have played in Grey's Anatomy.
No, like canon.
Dude, this is a while ago, but like my sisters are big fans of Grey's Anatomy and they were watching it in the living room, and it's like literally every scene has like some like modern song going on in the background, and I'm just like, what am I watching right now?
And it's always like time period accurate. So it's like,
yes,
yeah, this episode was definitely made in 2006.
It dates it so bad, and it's just like somebody didn't turn the radio off in the background. Like,
no, it's not good. It's not good. It's a bad
not good.
show. It's like not a good show.
It's not the good. And like that's one of those shows where it's like it's literally been on for so long that it's like so many things have happened. There've been like active shootings at the hospital. They've like gotten into Yes, there was a shooter episode where Patrick Dempsey almost dies. There's like plane crash episodes.
Did you hear recently about how like it's come out that Patrick Dempsey was the biggest asshole on set because he can get away with
I'm not very surprised. I don't know why. That guy just gives me Diva vibes. I don't know. Not Diva from Overwatch. DIVA.
I like to think that Patrick Dempsey his character in the third Transformers movie, which we were about to talk about, that wasn't a character. That was just him being himself. he wasn't acting.
Patrick Dempsey's like, okay, so I have to team up with the Decepticon. Absolutely, yeah. I'm gonna sell the human race.
And that's how he talks. He talks like Ben Shapiro. Like,
dude, Patrick Dempsey would absolutely sell out the human race to live amongst the Decepticons, dude. Absolutely. Dude, we should have gotten a Patrick Dempsey like Decepticon. He has like Patrick Dempsey's face.
What?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Patrick Dempsey is apparently an asshole in Grey's Anatomy. Yeah. Back to
apparently. Star Wars Visions. The first one was fun. I enjoyed the first one. There were a lot of cool character designs. Like, it was fun. I liked it. Good. Cool. But like, none of these managed to be like a step up. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, this is amazing. I want to see more of this. It's like, that was a fun little story. Move on with my life. Yeah, that was cool. Next.
What even was the second one?
Oh, Tatooine Rhapsody.
I hate this episode.
Starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Jay.
Like, I don't care. That's cool.
I like the style. I like how everyone's kind of chibi. It was an interesting style, not for Star Wars, but also, what the fuck is this? Like, what?
This was Studio Colorado or something.
Like it opens with the main character like running away, and he's like a Jedi, and he like jumps onto some dude's ship. Cut to a concert where he's performing, and I'm just like, what am I watching? And then Boba Fett shows up, and I'm like, what is going on? Is this somebody's fan fiction? Like, yo.
Uh-oh. Julius?
Hello?
It did the funny thing.
Oh.
That's not good. That's the first
time.
How
long?
See.
How long?
A few seconds.
Oh, well, that's
fine.
Water under the bridge, my friend. For now. But then it like cuts to Boba Fett, and it's like, whose fan fiction is this? And then they play like
he's just there.
Really shitty song, and Jabba the Hutt's like, yeah, I guess I won't kill you, friend. It's like,
you know what the song reminded me of? It reminded me of the My Hero Season 4 song.
Which one? Oh, Hero 2? The one where they're singing on stage?
But like, it's bad.
Nah, Hero 2 is, but I was about to say, but Hero 2 is like kind of decent.
It was like the same, it gave me the same vibes.
Yeah, but it was bad. I don't know. Then we get what we all came here for, ladies and gentlemen. The twins.
Episode.
Which quite possibly might be the worst Trigger thing I've ever consumed.
It's not good.
It's not. Like,
It's so
when I started it, I was like,
random.
all right, I'm hyped. And then like the robot literally starts talking for like 4 minutes. Like literal exposition bot, like standing right in front of me.
Yeah.
I mean the
Very
fights were
fun.
cool. I did really like. I was like, okay, I like that Hiroyuki Imaishi gets his like cool like stuff in there where it's like, oh, her lightsabers are tentacles. Yeah, sure, do
Yeah.
that, whatever. But
Also, one more thing to add. I feel like every new Star Wars thing that comes out, they think it gives them an excuse to make fan service lightsabers. Like, have you noticed that? Like in every new Star Wars thing that's come out in
yeah,
the past like 5 years, there's
it's all
always
been
a
like
new
crazy
lightsaber,
murky ass
and they
lightsabers.
always they make it like a whoa kind of moment, like that's big kind of moment. Like they lead up to it, and like you can tell, like even in like the Rise of Skywalker, when Rey ignites her lightsaber at the end and it's yellow, like that was so
Whoa, yellow
intentionally a moment for the
lightsaber!
crowds to be like,
Whoa!
oh, whoa,
But it's
that's
like it's just it's
riveting.
different. It's different color.
It's like the Kyber crystal does thing, and like dude, just make it like a cool moment like they did in the first episode. Like the dude's lightsaber was red.
It was nice
I
because it
will
like
give this,
contrasted against the world of like
yeah,
the black and white. It was like Schindler's
black and
List.
white. It was like I was gonna say Sin City, but that's cool.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
cool too.
you know.
Um,
Whose list do I have to be on? Schindler's.
whose list do I have to be on? Schindler's. Yeah. No. So okay. However, on that note, I will say, so they do this thing in the fourth episode. I know you haven't seen it, but who cares? This isn't like a spoiler. Um, where
Here,
the
I'm
girl,
done.
yeah, the Jedi girl and the or this is as far as I've gotten. So, the Jedi girl in the fourth episode, the main character, she she has like a yellow lightsaber, but it's like a katana, like it's thin.
Okay,
I did find that kind of cool.
that is cool. Like
And then
just subtle changes.
it does this thing where like her boots go like Genji mode or something, and then you know how
Oh
in anime
shit.
they'll do the thing where a character moves really fast, but they'll only show like the first frame.
Yeah.
So you'll see them like barely move and then it'll cut. They
Yeah.
do that where she like barely moves and then it's like a cut to black and then it comes back and you see like she does the cool sword thing where she has like the Genji dash forward and she has like her sword out and she just sliced something and they're both standing still and then the person like falls over and then she puts her sword back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that kind of thing, which I find
Okay.
cool because it's like
Yeah,
Star
that's
Wars
cool.
anime.
I like that.
Um, that's probably the only like character that I actually find cool in the show, other than
Yeah.
the guy in the main in the first one. But also that's
Yeah.
just kind of stereotypical, like dude doesn't talk and has sword.
Yeah. The strong silent type. You know.
Um, yeah, it's kind of been disappointing.
It is, but like honestly,
It's not bad,
it's a bunch of no, it's not bad, but like
but they
it's a
made
bunch of shorts like commissioned by Disney, and it's like
yeah.
they're not gonna be able to like go all out with their shit. I guess. I mean, obviously the animation's amazing, but like
It's
I don't
definitely
know, the story feels very limited.
it's definitely a Disney is being like, all right, this is going to be the Japanese thing we make, and that's the Japanese thing we make. Time to make more white things.
Kids are watching anime. We know from TikTok,
We know from their TikTok.
from their TikToks. Should we do an Attack on Titan Disneyland ride?
No, but that's in Japan,
I know.
so it's
They
cool.
got it. They've got a Disneyland up in Japan. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I think they actually do have an Attack on Titan right now, like Universal Studios or something. But that's
Oh,
neither
it's
here nor
Universal.
there.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I do not want Disney to acquire anything else. So please,
Yeah,
Disney's kind of fucking
bad.
things up. Except the MCU. MCU is cool.
MCU's pretty good so far. Yeah.
MCU is pretty cool. Star Wars though is
Star Wars is
yikes.
they're running it dry.
Yeah.
Even like the Mandalorian, like it's good, but people make it out to be a lot better than it is.
Yeah.
It definitely has some kind of cringe acting in it, and Pedro Pascal is the only character that I find cool in that show.
Right.
Their main character literally got removed for saying that Republicans are treated like Jews in World War II.
Yeah, Gina Carano. Fast alumni.
Fast alumni. She literally got harpooned out of an airplane.
Yeah.
And also, she was in WWE.
Yeah.
And now she's comparing Democrats to Nazis.
Yeah, now she's talking to Ben Shapiro and all that, it's great.
Now she's based.
One thing about another thing about Star Wars the Twins episode was I loved at the end how actually I have two things about it. But first of all, I love how like Imaishi gets his little bit of cleavage there at the end, like just the tiniest bit, like the girl Sith like gets her clothes like messed up, and it's just like if this were an actual Imaishi movie, it's like he'd be showing nothing but everything but the nipple. But right here, it's just like a little midriff, and it's just like this is such a reserved version of Imaishi. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. These were okay, fine. But the other thing, the main Sith guy is
Hey, hold on. Before I know you're about to say no, never mind. We're good. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. The main Sith guy is voiced by fucking Neil Patrick Harris.
Funny because I completely fucking forgot about that.
What
it
are
does
we
not
doing?
sound like him in the slightest. Number one, and number
I actually
two,
did not watch the dub. Did he do an okay job? Was he decent?
He sounds like he just sounds like a guy.
Just a guy.
He's just like stock male white voice actor.
He's like, it's funny because in the sub, it's literally just like stock anime protagonist voice actor, but like that's hilarious.
Oh,
dude,
like
never in my life would I think that Neil Patrick Harris would be attached to a Hiroyuki Imaishi project. That's
a crossover.
That's a mind trip. Two worlds collide. Right there. One family. Oh. Trust your heart. Let faith decide, or let fate decide.
What are you referencing?
Tarzan, bro.
Who the fuck watches Tarzan?
A man named me?
Yeah.
Every day. I watch Tarzan every day.
Yeah, it's everyday, bro.
Hey, bro, with that, we're done with Star Wars missions. Another in-betweeny.
What it's like to be an Italian mobster who's immortal and is on a train. Before we go into this, I want to preface. I have some
weird
notes.
Drink, and now I'm an immortal on a train.
I have some notes. My Mal. You know how you can add little tags or like descriptions on your anime list?
Yeah.
My tag I find this kind of creative. I came up with this while I was watching this show. My tag is I've had it with these motherfucking immortals on this motherfucking train.
Yeah, that was nice. That perfectly suited it.
That's one thing.
We needed a Samuel Jackson in here.
The second thing is the characters in this show are sometimes really smart and other times just astoundingly stupid. I found. Okay, we should probably say what show we're watching.
We're watching Baccano. If you
watched Baccano.
Couldn't tell.
All right, so let me address my main flaw with this show.
Oh shit! Straight to the point, cutthroat.
The main characters are supposed to be Isaac and Miria, who Isaac is voiced by our boy J. Mikey boy. And Miria is voiced by someone I've never heard of. They don't need to be in the show. Oh shit, wait. Julius is here. Julius is rolling up. He's doing something. Talking to the fam. Talking to the boys. The boys around here.
Drinking that ice cold beer.
There he is. So Isaac and Miria, the main characters. Oh wait, no, he's not actually back. I was gonna keep on going, but yeah, he's doing something. The boys round. Nope, he's back.
All right, continue.
So Isaac and Miria are the two main characters, correct?
Yes.
Isaac, of course, voiced by our boy J Mike.
Yeah.
J Mikey boy, and then I'm not sure who Miria is voiced by. I've never heard of her voice actor.
Some person.
My biggest flaw with the show is why are they in this show? They don't need to be in this show.
I'm coming out, boys. I love this show. I love this show. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I love it. Okay. Okay.
What would you give it? No, okay, we'll do that at the end.
Reserve the ratings. But this is my favorite show on this episode. I like this way more than Vinland Saga, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I love this show.
That is astounding.
So
riveting.
Isaac and riveting, truly riveting. Isaac and Miria, I love them. Okay,
fuck.
This show, it's kind of oriented around a bunch of different like main characters because apparently it's a visual novel.
On Mal, there are like 10 plus main characters, like literally, like everyone in the show.
Some of them are more main than the others, though.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I want to talk about like all of them, but
each individual.
I guess Isaac and Miria would be a good place to start. I love them because A, I actually think they're genuinely funny, and B, I think they kind of represent another side to what immortality would kind of offer, and that's like the absurdity of like humans and like the good-hearted nature of certain humans.
The duality of man.
The duality of man, in a sense. But I guess I can understand why it's. I also don't really understand why they're framed as like the main characters of the show.
Yeah.
Because they do offer that perspective and it's great, but it's like I don't know if they serve as a great vehicle for I don't know. But I think it's just because they contrast well with a lot of the other like immortals or other characters because one thing I was not expecting with the show is that it is brutal. Like
it is.
This show is brutal.
I remember
I was blindsided.
The first episode, what's the kid's name? Cheslaw?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cheslaw. The first episode, he's just straight up fucking shot in the face. Like with a shotgun.
It's not like his head's like, lying there with like a pool of blood and it's got like a hole in his head. His face is gone.
His fucking head explodes. Like in the first episode. And I remember like while they're talking about this, they're giving like a funny little speech, like "You're probably wondering how I got here" kind of thing, and it's like,
"Oops,"
like like it's literally like a oops kind of moment, and like he stops talking, and then Cheslaw just gets his face like blown off. I was like,
gory.
Oh,
but even just past the gore, like there are characters in this that are like some of the most sadistic that I've ever seen in an anime, and I was just like, what am I watching? Because you watch like. I really knew the show, A, from a lot of people who said you should watch the show, it's really good, but B, also from the opening because the opening is awesome. It's like this really iconic. Nice like jazzy. It's almost like a sitcom. It reminded me of like a sitcom opening.
It is like,
and it's just a bunch of like these different characters. It's just like fun times. But then you sit down and watch the show, and it is brutal, which is it's deservingly so because like if you're immortal, like shit like this is gonna happen, and it's scary. It's like extremely scary.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. Like, I was not expecting this to be like a brutal show, and at the same time, they don't do it like super often.
No, like, they hold back some. Yeah,
when they do it, like the part about Cheslaw getting tortured, and then they show it, and then You have like Claire, who's like shredding people's faces on the tracks while the train is moving.
Okay. Let's go through all the characters. So
Okay.
Isaac and Miria, we have our thoughts on them. Do
Yeah.
you not like them, or do you just think they shouldn't be the main characters?
I don't not like them, but they shouldn't be as prominent as they are, because like, there will be parts that I'm very invested, and then it'll switch back to them and their perspective.
Oh,
and
Miria!
I'm like, dude, I don't care. Like, I don't care about them.
I understand, because in any other show, those two would be relegated to the sidelines. It's like comic relief characters that pop in and are like, funny comment, okay, we're not here anymore. But yeah, they have like whole episodes dedicated to their like endeavors, and almost to the detriment of like other characters' journeys, I feel like, and we'll discuss that.
Yeah. Who's next? I guess
Firo? Lad.
Or Lad. No, Lad.
Lad Russo.
He is designed as the perfect I want to hate this guy character.
Absolutely.
I want to hate him.
But that's the funny thing, is like in the intro, I remember anytime I'd watch the opening, I'd see him and I'd be like, oh, he's like the dumb jock kind of guy, you know? He's like he's the himbo. He's the himbo.
Yeah.
But then when I actually watched the show and he's like this like super sadistic motherfucker, I was really like I liked the lad's character a lot. Just of how like brutal he was, yet still like weirdly charismatic in a way. I don't know. I also thought his dub voice actor was like kind of his dub voice actor's voice is like very unique. But I thought he did a really good job, like in the yelling scenes particularly, like portraying Lad.
I think so.
I really like Lad.
Yeah.
Firo's in your favorites.
So, okay. I had to decide. I had to make a very hard decision between Firo and another character who we will get to in a minute.
I have a feeling I know who it is.
Okay. I think
and I was almost considering it too, I'll just say that much.
Yeah. So Firo is such a G. I love this guy so much. Like he is like, and it's so funny too, because he seems like he's such like a calm, like chill kind of guy, but he'll just like murder people.
Yeah.
Like, he just kills people.
He treats life with abandon.
No, like he does, and I find it so cool. He's kind of cocky, but at the same time he's pretty smart, and he's like the shucks guys kind of character.
Yeah, he's very much like the quote unquote main character of this show, or he seems like he would be the main character of the show.
No, he does, like absolutely.
Which is why I was surprised that he didn't get a lot of screen time. Like,
he didn't.
Honestly, I feel like he was on the lower end of screen time for like the main characters.
No, he was, like, for sure, and I was kind of
didn't like that. Yeah, I was bummed out.
But no, he's awesome.
And he's voiced by Todd Haberkorn.
Yeah, and that was also okay. Might I add, this dub
let's talk about the dub
show, because apparently it's widely regarded as one of the best dubs of all time.
Yeah,
and it is. Like, it honestly,
it is.
Like,
the dub
cast,
all the accents are like great. I feel like I wouldn't get the same feeling watching the sub like at all. It's a great dub.
This show came out in 2007. Like, they didn't have this quality in 2007. Like,
very rare
around that time that I can think of is like Death Note and Code Geass. And Death Note's only good for the main characters, but the side characters are like them kind of guys. Yeah. And same thing with Code Geass, but like in this show, like every character is good.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this dub a lot, and I feel like you almost lose something if you watch the sub, because they don't have like those authentic like time of the time period like accents and dialects and things like that. So yeah, I feel like this is almost an essential dub watch, at least if you're willing to watch dub.
Right.
Jacuzzi Splot Kuzi.
He's another one of those guys where I don't like his character. Like
I liked him.
No, so Isaac and Miria, like, not that I didn't like their characters, but I don't think they should have been the main character. But Jacuzzi, I just straight up didn't like his character.
And that kind of sucks because he got a lot of screen time.
Yeah, like he did. Like, and I was like, dude, stop fucking crying. Stop being a bitch. I thought his dub.
His voice. I should stop saying dub. We watched the dub. I thought his voice actor was really good.
Fun fact
and really fit the role. Yeah.
Fun fact about his voice actor. That's one of my favorite voice actors of all time, because he voices Takumi Fujiwara, main character of
Oh,
and
shit.
he's like, in my opinion, another one of those perfect dub castings, which is surprising because the dub for that show was like 2001.
Is his voice and as Takumi like way different from Jacuzzi?
Yeah, because
Jacuzzi
is very exaggerated, and he's done some other stuff that I know of too. But like, yeah,
okay. I personally like Kuzi. I liked his little arc. I thought his little relationship with what's her name, niece was nice. They were a fun little. So he was immortal, right? He's immortal, or is he not?
I think they're all no. He's not immortal.
Yeah.
No, him and niece are not immortal.
Right.
But for the most part, everyone else is.
Okay. Is it Chane Laforet? She was interesting, I guess, for
She's
like
cool,
her relationship to Master. What's his face? Master Huey.
You talking about the scientist guy?
The guy in prison.
Oh, Huey Laforet?
No. Kid, you're thinking of Ennis.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're thinking of Ennis, right?
Her dad that's in prison.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the other. I thought you were talking about the other guy. Okay.
The other woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's Huey Laforet.
Huey, yeah, Master Huey. I thought she was interesting. I mean, she didn't say anything, so not much to go off of. But
however, we heard her inner voice.
Times. Yeah.
And the attention to detail is awesome because her inner voice actor does a very good French accent.
Yeah, she does,
and her dad's does as well. But
yeah, but the thing about her and Huey is like, here's why I love the show so much. I feel like I didn't get enough of it. Honestly, I feel like there's so much more you could do with like this world and these characters that like this did not feel like enough.
On that note, definitely watch the specials because
I was wondering if I should.
They should honestly just be a part of the show. Like they serve as a really good epilogue.
I was honestly contemplating, and I never do this. I was honestly contemplating like reading the visual novels. Like
no, same. Like
that's how much I love the world and the characters.
I'm pretty sure they finished like recently too.
Oh shit! I'm about to get on that.
Or the manga's still going, I think.
Oh, there's a manga.
The light novel, yeah. No, the manga like remake of the light novel.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, but no, apparently there's a lot of other stuff, but like it's kind of wrapping up. Like the gang from the ship all get back together.
Oh, I'm interested. I'm interested in this. Like, I'm interested.
Yeah.
Okay, so next we got Luck Gandor, who is just a fucking G.
He's a G. He's like absolutely.
He literally like is almost identical to Aizen from Bleach, but also his voice actor.
He is.
He like literally is like a dead ringer. But also I like his voice actor. I forgot who else he voices. I think his name's like Jason.
And
he voices Zeke. Yeah, I really like him.
What's the same?
But no, Luck was a G.
Yeah. No, he was awesome.
Ennis was cool. I liked her. She's one of those characters that I feel like I wouldn't like kind of a blank slate.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed her.
She was one of my favorite characters. She just, which is, it's funny because her voice actor does Ray in the Rebuilds, and they're kind of similar characters.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I mean, I liked her. There's not a lot to say about her.
Yeah, not really.
I did find it interesting that she gets more human emotion as she goes along.
Yeah. No, I like her little relationship with Firo. That was nice.
Yeah.
And I like oh my god, like there's so much in this world that like doesn't even get fully like dived or dived. It doesn't get dived into, but like Divin.
Something.
She's like a homunculus and like
she was created.
What's his face? Sizzlard? Is that
Sizzlard?
Lizards? Lizards like created her and like he can like kill her with a thought. That was just like an interesting concept. That's like, oh my god. Cheslaw ended up being one of my favorite characters.
Dude got fucking tortured.
Dude, like, and like that was so sad. When
So
like
was he tortured? Was he tortured by the French guy?
I think that was no.
It was one of the guys on the ship.
It was another guy on the ship. It was the guy who had like his eyes closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It was the guy who was like, I guess I agree with.
Yeah.
Whoever.
So he got like relentlessly tortured by that guy, and then he like devoured him, I think. And that was just such a. Also, like, God, so many interesting. Like the devouring concept is so interesting.
Like the system behind immortality. It reminds me a lot of how in depth they go with like the Death Note.
Yeah, I like how they didn't play too
system.
fast and loose. They didn't play too fast and loose with like rules, and they actually set like ground rules, and I really like that.
Yeah,
very similar to Death Note. You're right.
Yeah,
but Cheslaw I loved because he had a really good character journey, and like when Isaac reached out his hand to him, that was such a sad moment. He's like, "Oh fuck, don't touch me!" But then at the end, whenever Whenever Misa puts his hand on him, and there's such an emotional moment, it was great.
Might I add, Misa, also a G.
Misa, he's the next guy on the list. He is also a G.
There are so many G's in this show.
There are. This is the G show.
It's funny because they're all in the mafia.
Like, yeah, literally, all of them are connected to the mafia.
Also chill.
Also, I love that scene with Isaac and Mira where it's like, okay, we'll just go steal from these two small mob families who have absolutely no connection, while they're literally forming a connection between the two, stealing from each of them. No, Misa's a G. Okay, here's the interesting thing. Lizards is he's not he's like not considered one of the main characters, and I think that's kind of wrong. Like,
he's like the main
almost villain. A villain.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. I love that episode where it shows how it all started on the boat, like back in the 1700s. Yeah. That was so cool.
Which
like the devil's a shadow, like.
No, okay. I don't know if you know this, but one of the dudes that's in the mafia was that, like that thing.
Was he? Which one?
I looked it up on Mal. It was just like a side guy, and he just like every once in a while he just kind of pop up.
That's
and
so interesting.
He's literally a demon who's just taking the form of like a human.
It sounds like it sounds like he's observing like what's going on with these guys. That's so interesting. Oh my god, this shit is so interesting.
It was just like a dude who was just, and it showed him like several times, and he's just kind of like a side character.
Yeah, that's so cool. And I love the portrayal of, like, the voice actor was perfect, the atmosphere was perfect. Like,
oh yeah,
he's a shadow on the ship. You know what? There's a lot of in this show. There's a lot of them saying "Among Us," and that's also points. That's points in its favor.
Anyways,
we got an immortal among us on this train.
An immortal among us.
Yeah. And of course, I'm leaving out. Oh no, excuse me. No, I left out everyone's favorite, Dallas Genoward, everyone's favorite character, who gets a brutal, not death. By the way.
No, this dude. I was thinking. This show is so brutal.
Yeah,
he gets frozen in cement,
and he's just gonna keep on dying over and over again. It's like he's stuck in the ground in Minecraft.
Yeah, legit. That's sad. And then they dig him up, I guess.
Yeah, and Luck's such a G though. He's like, yeah, see you later. I love how I said that. Luck is such a G. He put someone in cement. What a G. He's so cool.
What a cool guy.
I'm gonna bury you in cement, and you're not gonna be able to get out, despite the fact that you're an immortal.
But the fact that you're immortal, you're gonna die for the rest.
You're gonna die for the rest of your life. You're gonna die for the rest of your natural. Also, I thought that was interesting. It's like Dallas has like a different kind of immortality, where like he's gonna live forever, but he's also gonna age. So he's gonna be like 100 something. He's gonna be like an actual like 100-year-old.
Yeah.
But all of this is to avoid probably the one who stole the show. Honestly, like.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
Claire Claire Stanfield, otherwise known as Vino, otherwise known as the Rail Tracer. The Rail Tracer.
Dude, his voice actor,
is perfect.
He did Kaoru.
Oh,
he did Kaoru and the rebuilds, which is the best one.
Yes,
the best Kaoru. He's such a G.
He gave such a good performance.
I think I might change it. I think I might not be Zero.
First of all, oh my god, I love this character so much. So it starts out and he's like this like chipper young like conductor, like, oh, I'm taking over the train. Oh, this is great. Oh, see you later, old man. I'm gonna take over the flying pussyfoot. and then they tell, which I was also fascinated by that because apparently, so we had entered. I did not know that we accidentally entered a verse, by the way, similar to the Nazi-verse. We had entered the Narita-verse. We had entered the Narita-verse. And because Baccano, Narita made Baccano and Durarara.
Yeah.
And apparently that that show heavily centers around like urban legends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think Narita has a big fascination with like urban legends and myths and shit like that. But like, hold on. But a moment. But a single moment.
But a moment.
Anyways, but okay, so we get like the legend of like the Rail Tracer, which is just like, it's you could easily interpret it as like just a specter created by like the people, because there's a lot of talk about how like whatever happened on the train on the Flying Pussyfoot was quickly covered up by the government, and the Rail Tracer almost seems like an
urban legend.
Yeah, boogeyman kind of metaphor for like the government. In a way where it's like, and nobody on the train ever sees the light of day again, and nobody knows about it. It's like a cover up almost. But so as it turns out, I also like the thread. Like I also like the conflict on the Flying Pussyfoot of like the white suits versus the black suits. It's almost like a fucking PvP game. Like, and the black suits are like looking for Master Huey, and one of the older conductor that's on the train is like telling the story of the Rail Tracer, and he's like, and it looks like the Rail Tracer's about to get to you, kid, and he like pulls a gun on him. So they cut away, but then they cut back, and then
he kills him.
He kicks the gun out of his hand and then turns it back on him and kills him. And then it turns out he's the fucking Rail Tracer. He takes his hat off. Also, great image and like character design of like him just absolutely covered in blood. Like,
no, like he's covered in blood. Like he's full like Christian Bale American Psycho mode. For,
yes, no, that's exactly what I thought of. That is exactly what I thought of. And like, he is just the most interesting character on this show because like they go into like his backstory or his backstory, and he's like just this like he was in the circus when he was really young, and now he's just like an assassin who's able to like take people out because of this like transnational like train that goes around the place, and that's how he's able to kill people so quickly. Like, that's such an interesting idea. And then he turns out to be like this sadist. Like, okay, what did you think about, like, I don't even know, Claire, I guess. Yeah.
So what I find really interesting is he's like humble, but at the same time he has a massive god complex. I love that part when he's talking to Lad, when he's literally like, this is my world, I do as I please.
Yes.
And then Lad tries to kill him, and then he does the exact things that he said that he would do, and he just like, Lad cannot win.
And it's is he an immortal?
Claire?
Is Claire an immortal? Because I feel like it would almost be more interesting if he wasn't, and that he was able to do all of this and he wasn't.
No, I do not.
That's so interesting.
No, because he never gets killed in the show.
No, he doesn't.
Because I'm trying to think of the people Cheslaw gets killed.
Yeah.
Lizards gets killed. Misa gets killed.
Lizards.
Firo gets killed at a couple points. Isaac gets killed.
Luck gets killed. Most of them get killed. Dies. Yeah.
Or does he? Yeah, no, he does. No, he doesn't die.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Or no, not Luck. Lad. Lad doesn't die, right?
Lad, I mean, if he's an immortal, he doesn't. Well, he dies at the.
No, but remember he
survives, right?
The train, but he survived. Yeah,
he survived. Okay, so he's an immortal. Yeah.
No, he's not an immortal.
Oh wait, he's not.
Like he straight up lives that.
How did he tank that?
Like he tanked it.
What the hell?
I think they explained that in the special. Actually, that's where I'm getting this from.
Okay, because I never saw. I guess I did never see them like do the thing where all of his blood goes back into his body, and he's like, "Damn, if he tanked that, holy shit!"
I think he tanked it. Yeah, because he plays a bigger role in the specials.
Okay.
Apparently he had like a protege that we never saw on the show.
Yeah, but anyways, back to Claire. Like, and he's like, so I.
Claire is the biggest G of them all, probably.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a G in terms of well-written character, I guess. When he's talking to Cheslaw about like, I couldn't help but laugh at it in a way, not because of what he was saying, but like the accent the entire time. He's like, "Do you know any Chinese torture methods? Any Japanese torture methods? I could do all kinds of things to you." It's like, like just ridiculously, absurdly like brutal to this child. Like, it's not a child at that point. He's like fucking 90, 100 million bajillion years old. Caden's gone. I think my internet's fucking up.
Julius?
Yeah, I don't have the greatest internet, so
yeah. One thing that I did find interesting in relation to Cheslaw and his aging is that I have some theories on this. Not really some theories, but so what I noticed is Cheslaw is really like centuries old.
Yeah.
But he still acts like a child.
Yeah, he's still kind of
mentally age at all?
I don't know.
Like maybe they don't.
Even I don't know.
Like they gain knowledge.
Even that I would question. Really... Yeah, that's true. Actually, he gained knowledge, but did he mature? I don't know.
Yeah,
because he went through like so much. He went through like so much pain and trauma that like he's just like he's done with it. He's just like, I can take whatever. And it's like Claire's kind of like challenged on. It's like a little scared. Even he's a little scared. It's like, oh,
yeah, right.
That's a little spooky. But another interesting thing about Claire is like that scene where he's talking about like the entire world exists within myself. Like,
no, like legitimately.
If I kill myself, like the world ends, which is like a mind fuck. It's like, whoa. It's like, whoa. It's like it just took a hit off of fucking a doobie, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
If I kill myself, the world ends.
The world ends. Like, whoa.
If my consciousness ends, everything else ends too. It's like a dream. But no, I mean, just Claire is just the fucking.
No, he's awesome.
He's awesome.
And for that reason, he's going on the favorites.
I think he might go on my favorites too.
Like, yeah.
So, what else have I to talk about? Also, the opening. I really appreciate Guns N' Roses for, flying out to Japan to record this opening. That was thank you.
It was not Guns N' Roses.
Thank you. It was Guns N' Roses.
What's the name of the song, Julius?
Yes, it was Guns N' Roses who did it though. So
no, it was Paradise.
Slash was on the track. Okay, Slash was on the track. The guitarist for Guns N' Roses.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that who it is? What do you know?
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about the show but I love it. It's not a 10 though.
Is it a 9?
It's a extremely strong 9, borderline 10.
Oh my god!
I'm considering.
That's massive for you. That's gigantic.
That's gigantic. I don't know.
Well then, do it.
All right, okay. Bakano, 10 out of 10 show. Let's go.
Dude, that's fucking
Let's
awesome.
go. Okay, one more thing I want to talk about though, before you give your rating, is did you see the post credit scene at the end of the end of the
how
show?
they're like in the 2000s and they're like, wait, we haven't aged. Yeah.
I love that joke where they're like, yes, I read it in the British Sun. The microwaves are exposed to us, and the cell phones are giving us cancer. That was.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely like. It's satire in a way because they definitely poke fun at like tropes and like real life beliefs.
Yeah, but that was fun little ending.
Yeah, plugging this in to not the moist meter, I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10.
What kind of 9 though? What's the intensity of the 9?
It's a flat 9.
Flat 9.
That's the best way I can describe. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a 9.
All right, solid.
I really enjoyed this one. But the thing is, for a long time I was like, this show is like low, very low 8 at best. And then like I finished the show and I was thinking about it and I was like, wait, this show's like really fucking good.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact. It was like definitely towards the last third where I was like, this is really good. But
yeah,
in order to preserve that rating, another thing I also thought about is like I also feel like I get a hell of a lot more value out of a rewatch because honestly, a lot of the first third was me like figuring out what the hell was going on and like
it's like
remembering
it's hard
character
to figure
names.
out.
It really is. There's a lot of character names to remember. They say a lot. There's like a lot of like exposition scenes where they give a lot of information. So it was kind of tough to take in for the first third. But I feel like a rewatch.
I'm definitely gonna rewatch this one.
Yeah, for sure. I was considering doing it the other day. I was like, I might just throw this on.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's an excellent show.
Yeah, I really loved it. So
the only other
we got some news, boys.
Okay, you go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead with the news.
Or wait a minute. No. You can do your. We're still technically an in-betweenies, so you do your thing.
All right. Well, I watched some movies.
Yeah, film.
Particularly, I watched a series about a man named Jonathan.
I was literally calling that
Jonathan Wick.
Jonathan Wick.
Jonathan fucking Wick.
Jonathan Sanderson Wick.
You think that's his name?
Yeah, I'm calling it.
Jonathan Wick. The series.
I'm interested that you felt the need to talk about it. I'm very interested.
I don't have much to say about it. It's just it's just fun. It's just so fun. They get crazier and crazier with each movie. Like each movie, like the first one, it's just him. He's got some gold coins. It's like, what is this? And then they build.
He's got some gold coins.
They build like an entire world around it. There's an entire underground ring. There's rules.
The world building's going crazy.
They drilled. No, there's like world building. Like they drilled the rule. Like no business enacted on continental grounds, baby.
Oh,
like I know you've only watched the first one, but we gotta watch more. We gotta watch.
Okay.
I know you have a Blu-ray copy.
I've been meaning to watch the other ones because I don't know, because the action is just like so well directed. It's like probably the closest thing to the Raid that I've seen in an American like action movie.
The fights are absolutely.
Yeah, in terms of direction, are they all directed by the same person?
So, fun fact, they're directed by, I forgot his name, Chad. His first name's Chad. And he was Brandon Lee's replacement after he died on The Crow.
Wow. Chad Stileski. The name just came to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he and that's what he was known for until he did John Wick, and it's just fucking awesome. Keanu Reeves, like, okay, the acting is kind of cringe sometimes.
Nah,
but
dude, come on. The villain in the first movie,
okay, it doesn't get that
Baba Yaga, the boogeyman. It's not what you did, son, that angers me. It's who you did it to. Some great stuff in there.
Because that car was owned by John Wick.
And John Wick's like whipping out the sledgehammer.
He killed them with the fucking pencil. No, it's.
I really enjoyed that first movie, so I definitely want to watch the other ones though.
No, the first one is like standalone incident. Like the next two are like
isolated incident.
Like isolated incident to like big world. Like it's like literally everywhere he goes. And the third one, it's like literally everywhere he goes, there are people. Everyone in New York City knows who he is. He fucking goes to Morocco and everyone knows who he is.
I like that. I like that they like increase the scope like that. That's cool. Yeah. How would you rank them so far?
So 1 is definitely the worst one, but it's not bad by any means. And then I can't decide between 2 and 3. I think it gets better as it goes.
Okay, honestly. So 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1 so far. They've just been getting better.
Down to watch some more.
Yeah, we got to watch some of those together. By some, I mean the 2 that you haven't seen.
Yeah, the other 2.
Yeah. But no.
After we watch after we finish the Transformers series.
The Transformers series.
Which we're not going to talk about. So
are we not?
I
don't have anything to say. I don't have anything to say about it right now.
Optimus Prime is raw.
He is absolutely raw.
Freedom, democracy. Like this guy, I would let him defend my country. Like absolutely.
I would. They didn't, but I would.
They didn't. Yeah. Their war, our world.
Our world. Yeah.
Bars.
Yeah. You go ahead with what you're gonna say.
Okay, so I have a few news topics. So first okay. First we shall start with the groundbreaking news that the animated Mario film being produced by Illumination has been cast. And through the Nintendo Direct of all places, they decided to announce it there.
I cannot believe this is real.
Let's roll out the names here, okay? Let's roll because there are some big names.
Right. Of course.
This is an Avengers level film. Threat. It is a threat, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
We have Chris Pratt as Mario. Which is just have you seen the meme? It's not real, but somebody made it up. It's like, yeah, I'm doing my normal voice. I'm not gonna be Italian. I'm gonna be normal. He's gonna be normal.
He's gonna be normal.
Charlie Day as Luigi. Look, I love Charlie Day. Okay, I love Charlie Day.
I cannot believe.
Let me continue. Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach.
That's real. That's a thing.
That's a thing. That is a thing. Which is like kind of weird to me because like there's such a stark age difference between like Chris Pratt and Anya Taylor-Joy. It's like
there is. She's like young. Like, she's like 20s, like low 20s.
21. But you know that's her. Jack Black as Bowser. So in a way, a black person did get cast as Bowser, but
okay, that I could see. I guess.
Yeah, I can.
That's the only one I could really see.
Honestly, I agree.
But he can play anything ever.
Honestly, I thought he was retired from acting, but maybe he's just retired from on-screen acting. Maybe he's okay with the voice acting.
Retired from good movies, am I right?
Yeah. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
God fucking damn it!
Who approved this? Approve this. Speaking of which, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad.
Yeah. What the fuck? God fucking. Look, why? Who? What?
Who wants this? And he's gonna be like talking like non-stop because that's kind of like Keegan-Michael Key's thing in like animated kids movies. Like he's got a talking a lot. He's got to say a lot of things. He's got to quip. He's got to say things. He's got to drag bits out. And so like that's just gonna be. Oh. Imagine Keegan-Michael Key just comes in and he actually does like a Toad imitation. Hey, what's going on? It's me, Keegan-Michael Key. That'd be amazing. Apparently, Fred Armisen is playing Cranky Kong. I think
What
Fred
is
Armisen is funny, so he could pull him off.
Fred Armisen is very funny.
Yeah. Kevin Michael Richardson is K-Make. Wow, an actual voice actor. Whoa.
I don't know who that is.
He's in a lot of shit, but he's like an actual voice actor. Matthew Mercer as Diddy. I'm just kidding.
Imagine.
Imagine getting actual voice actors for your animated movie. So that's the cast, and I don't even think the best part of it is the ridiculously bad casting, but I think the best part is how they announced it on the Nintendo Direct. So you watched it, right? You actually watched it live.
I saw like the first bit, or I didn't watch it live, but I saw like the clip. Like I watched the VOD before.
Dude,
I knew any casting other than Chris Pratt.
It's hilarious because it has like the guy who is like the English translator voiceover guy who has like a very like monotone voice, like this is going to be the new Mario game from Nintendo in 2021. And there's this one part where like he's like Chris Son. He calls Chris Pratt Chris Son.
There's no way.
Yes.
No way.
I will send you the video.
I must not have heard that, or I don't remember
Chris
what.
Son.
Oh no.
Wait, hold on. I have to find it.
That's
Mario
awful.
movie cast announcement. And like, there's a great part where they're talking about Keegan-Michael Key, and there's like, I am ready for many comedic moments with this character. Or wait, what does he say? What does he say? He says, I'm watching it right now. I'm looking forward to great comedic moments.
I'm looking forward to great comedic moments.
Is Shigeru Miyamoto like actually saying, like, is he saying these things? Who will be played by Chris Pratt.
It's like a direct translation, and he probably said, "I'm looking forward to like funny things."
Great, like it gets lost in the translation. It's like great comedic moments.
Great comedic moments. I'm looking forward to hilarious notations.
Hilarity ensues in Mario.
Hilarity ensues in Mario 2022.
Wait, hold on. He said he'll be played by Chris Pratt. He's so cool. Mario will be talking a lot in the movie. Please look forward to Mario's performance by the very talented Chris Son.
He doesn't seem human half the time.
This is a great podcasting right now. Me telling Caden to shut up so I can listen.
Exactly.
Okay, we're moving past this. There's just a big meme on Twitter, so I want to talk about it.
I don't really have anything else to say. About things.
Yeah, this is the last thing I'm gonna drop for this episode. Just a little tidbit I thought was funny. Elon Musk apparently recommended a bunch of anime to somebody on Twitter.
No, so I saw it. And one of them was Evangelion. Yeah, you did. Yes.
Death Note, Evangelion, Ghost in the Shell,
and then Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke,
Full Metal Alchemist, which he hilariously spelled Full Metal in 2 words, and Your Name. Oh, thank you, Elon-san.
Did you see Mr. Beast also commented on that and gave his? And one of them was like Darling in the Franxx.
Yo, Mr. Beast, more like Mr. Beast.
No.
So.
No.
That'll be a wrap.
Dude, have you seen the comments from the I saw some of the comments from like the Evangelion Twitter.
Hold on. Please continue, Caden-san.
I saw some of the comments from like the Evangelion Twitter pages or whatever. And like the general consensus was like, all right, guys, wrap it up. We had a good run. Like, literally, like, there were so many that were like, well, guys, we tried to keep it discreet for as long as possible.
This is it. This is the
Like,
end.
no, like, Evangelion fans are, like, genuinely upset that he recommended it. It's so funny to me.
The enemies of Elon Musk. Because he's going to be the guy that develops Ava someday, so get ready.
Like, everyone hates him.
Yeah, everyone's hating on him.
Everyone hates him. I don't really like him.
Funny.
I don't think he's very...
He's meh.
Good at social interactions.
I thought you were going to be, like, good at being...
Good at being
good at building spaceships.
Good at build robot.
He's gonna build the Ava someday, so you guys watch out, all right?
Hey, he's not very good at building cars that don't explode.
Random children from America will be drafted to pilot the Ava. SpaceX Ava program.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Get ready for it.
This has been the Misfortune Podcast.
Yeah. Hey, I like how you still managed to get an Evangelion corner in there somehow. We still managed to shove it in there somehow. We will every single month.
Yeah, every single episode we're gonna talk about it. Like, don't you guys worry. It's not over.
For the rest of time. It's never over.
For the rest of time, we will make sure Hideaki Anno lives.
His will be carried on, okay?
Hideaki Anno, one day we're going to get him on the podcast and he's going to be barely breathing. He cannot talk. Dude. He cannot move any muscles in his body. He's going to be sitting like a lifeless... He's going
to be on a ventilator, like
Hector Salamanca from Breaking Bad?
Yes.
He's going to be that, essentially. He's just going to kind of stare off into the distance. We're going to say something.
Dude, and then Caden, me and Caden in the recording room with Hideaki Anno, we're going to look at him and he's going to be like ringing a bell and we're going to be like, oh!
And then it's going to explode.
And then we're going to die.
We need an animation like reenactment of that.
With Hideaki Anno.
Oh, with Hideaki Anno. This has been the Misfortune Podcast.
Yeah, this has been the Misfortune. Probably the most unhinged episode.
We need to call it something crazy.
As of yet, this is the most unhinged episode. But
absolutely,
it's been fun. The first out-of-state episode, so that's a lot. This is the weirdest episode.
This is very strange episode for us.
So strange, because we didn't talk about a show for 2 hours. We got off topic a lot.
Yeah,
interesting, but it's all in good fun.
You guys know how it goes.
So next month we have Caden's pick, which let's just say it's another show that many consider quote unquote peak fiction, or maybe I should not say show, but rather manga. But we're not reading the manga; we're watching the anime.
Watching the show. Yeah, the manga is good.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that.
Everybody.
For whatchamacallit, that'll be our December episode. No, excuse me, November. No, yeah.
No, it will be our December.
It'll be our December.
That's
Holy
ridiculous.
Shit.
No.
Wait.
No, it'll be our November. It'll be our November because the one we're doing right now is October. We're just doing this kind of late.
Yeah, we are doing this very late, but circumstances. But you're right. I'm tripping. Yeah. Who knows what December's episode will bring? I don't know. I haven't picked the show yet, but who cares?
That's down the line.
It's how we do. This is the end of the line. Thank you guys for watching or listening, rather.
We'll see you guys in the next one, I suppose.
See you guys in the next Misfortune Podcast, brought to you by the Call Me Carson Discord server, as well as Apple and the state of Oklahoma. Now, good night and good luck. Craig, take us away. Woo!
Good night.